to the world united. Welcome to the world united.
I introduce Mr. Shyam SvaYoga ji, inspired by yoga, which is a part of his life in the past 4 years. Shyam ji is leading his life mindfully. Completing the course from Mumbai and being a meditator of Vipassana, he feels grateful to his teachers and he chooses to spread this precious knowledge through his creativity, playfulness, and doses of inspiration.
Namaste everyone. This is Shyam from Goa, India. Greetings season. The topic which I'm going to talk about today is yogic lifestyle, a need of the hour. In simple terms, lifestyle is a modern term that refers to how one spends their time, including their conduct and attitudes. This has to do with a person's vision of what he or she wants to achieve in life. The goal of life is usually constrained by one's position in life, such as student, worker, family, and a retired person. Today's student wants to achieve good grades, so he or she concentrates on the grades. Even learning is geared towards achieving that aim, particularly putting one in a position to find work. The goal of work is to raise one's earnings, which in turn increases one's standard of living. Family life is becoming a social need. There are restricted goals at each level, and hence lifestyle is tied to the goals. A student today spends more time studying at night, and the day cycle is consequently disrupted. There isn't much time for physical activity, let alone a healthy fitness routine. An employee's clock is set by his or her employer, and it may or may not correspond to a different time zone. A family member has very little time to reflect. The ancients classified life stages as brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, and sannyas under the title ashram. The ancient ashram paradigm was founded on the four purusharths of life: dharma, artha, kama, and moksha, which can be translated as discipline, wealth, desire, liberation. For the ancients, the ultimate goal of life was liberation from the cycle of birth and death. As a result, the old lifestyle considered the ultimate goal of liberation without sacrificing the enjoyment of living within the discipline. There are variety of liberation paths from which one might choose based on their background, based on their preference, and based on their talent. One can follow the route of action, or the path of knowledge, or the path of devotion, or the path of complete surrender. Any of these approaches, however, requires basic discipline, which is offered through yoga, the discipline at the body and mind level. No one can grow any of these pathways without this discipline. They merely becomes attempts which frequently result in frustration. Yoga has well structured discipline route that addresses all aspects of the human system, including Annamaya Kosh, that is body, Pranamaya Kosh, breath, Manomaya Kosh, that is mind, Vijnanamaya Kosh, ego, intellect, and Anandamaya Kosh, that is enlightenment and emotion. Yogic living thus disciplines the practitioner on all levels, preparing him or her to embark on the spiritual path. Even one does not have a spiritual tendency. Simply living a yogic lifestyle will lead to a realization by maintaining a healthy body and mind. Thus, the best tool for self realization is a healthy and a perfect mind. There are a variety of yogic lifestyle models based on diverse traditions and realization paths. Sages extracted the points essential for yogic lifestyle from the Vedas and presented them in the form of agamas and kalpasutras. They are divided into numerous categories based on Ved, such as Rig Ved, Yajur Sam Ved, Athar Ved, or the deities such as Vishnu, Shiva, Shakti, and so on. They all have certain rules in common, such as what should be done at what time of the day, and so on. There are some common practices that will be included in all of these laws, which will include yogic tools such as asan, pranayam, and dhyan. Panchakala pranayam is one such model, which literally means the activity should be filled within the five sections of the day. The Pancharatra Agam includes this. The activities are separated into five parts, and a day is divided into five parts, such as early morning is waking up and getting ready for the day, that is Abhigamanam. Forenoon, collect necessary items for worship or spend time earning money, Upadanam. At noon, worship, Vijaya. Afternoon, study of scriptures in preparation, and that is called Swadhyay, self realization. At night, Yoga. The term here, Yoga, refers to when the individual self joins with the Supreme Self while sleeping. Even though a small number of people do it in some form or another, it cannot have a direct relevance for practicing in the same way. However, this can be adopted. A yogic lifestyle is more than merely doing yoga in the morning or at any time of the day that is convenient for you. It is to incorporate yoga into every aspects of one's day, both quantitatively and qualitatively. For example, in the above model, asan, pranayam, and dhyan will be practiced throughout at least four parts of the day, with the exception of the second part, which is work. Yam's principles shall be followed here as well. The early morning section will include a significant amount of sun meditation, which will include postures, breathing, and meditation. Worship at noon will primarily consist of meditation. There will be a recitation of the scriptures in the afternoon. To adapt to adapt this to a modern life, begin practicing a full length of routine of asana, pranayam, and meditation first thing in the morning. Surya Namaskar and key postures like Mahamudra, etc. Nadi Shodhan could be a pranayam. For unwinding and relaxation, one can do Chandra Bhedan pranayam with a lengthier exhalation and hold. Before going to bed, one can do a brief meditation to appropriately conclude the day and prepare for the next. This can include relaxing various body parts, imagining a beautiful nature environment, or a form of divinity of one choice, and listening to soothing music. Yogic lifestyle adapted to an individual is possible in today's context and will provide the benefit of a good physical and mental health turning one inwards towards self realization by still being a part of the family life. COVID pandemic continues to affect lives and livelihoods of people world over. The importance of yoga in promoting holistic health of people is very relevant in such a time. Yoga is more than just a physical activity. It is an ancient physical, mental, and spiritual practice which has many benefits. Regular practice helps a person improve flexibility, bone health, build muscle strength, increase blood flow, and lower blood pressure. Breathing exercises in yoga, such as pranayam, helps a person relieve stress and anxiety. Yoga improves immunity and also aids in weight loss. Regular practice of yoga helps people maintain a stress free, balanced, healthy lifestyle, which is the end of the hour. Finally, I would like to conclude with two quotes. Um, First being is I have been a seeker and I still am, but I stopped asking the books and the stars. I started listening to the teachings of my soul. This is said by Rumi. And the second quote is Yoga is a light which once lit will never dim. The better you practice, the brighter your flame. Said by BKS Iyengar. With that, thank you for listening to me, and you all have a blessed day.
That was a brilliant session by Shyamji. And indeed, yoga is that light which is one lit, can never be, your life can never be in the darkness.